Fanny would do it.
Hello. One of these days you'll see this finished. Actually, it'll be on the last programme. There we are. Now, we're going to deal with the Christmas pud because, of course, it's one of the focal points. But I want you to revive the round Christmas pud. You know how gorgeous it used to look on Christmas cards? Old-fashioned ones, they're great big round Christmas pud with a bit of holly in the middle. But, of course, in the days when we did it in this country, it was done in the oak copper. I mean, you boiled the clothes all the week, and on Christmas Day you boiled the pudding. But there isn't any copper, so I've done a sort of Emmett Heath Robinson invention of my own, which anybody can copy. You take an ordinary sieve, it can be a large, small, or medium, whichever you like, and you simply bend the handle upwards, and it goes, because, I mean, we've been doing it for quite a long time. And then you stand it on something in a tall enough saucepan to take that height of handle. I'm using my sterilizer, but it's not necessary, as long as it just clears the lid, you see. Now, I've used a base of a sliding base cake tin, sliding base out. I fit that in there, and then I call for help, and here comes Sarah, and I fit turkey width aluminium foil inside the basin, so I can reach, and then wax papers inside that. And I said wax papers, and I've got to contradict myself, which I hate doing. They're ordinary oil bits of grease proof, and I'm stupid. There. Now, this mixture, of course, like everything else, is in the booklet. You'll hear all about that at the end of the programme, but it's that gorgeous one that I found in the vaults of Escoffier's some years ago, and you've all gone so mad about it that I can never be allowed to produce any other recipe for Christmas pud anymore. It's all right, I scrubbed my hands before I started, but you can't cook without using your hands. Now, you see, you get enough in there to make the ball shape. And I think we're about there, don't you, Sarah? Just one more dollop, like that. This Christmas pudding mixture, thank you, my love, when you make it, is very loose with the ale and the various other things that you add in the way of liquid and the eggs, of course. But you are asked in the recipe, of course, to leave it overnight. And it has a very, very high preponderance of breadcrumbs, and therefore is a much more easily digestible Christmas pudding. And it's very light, but you'll be able to see the finished one, so you'll know with absolute confidence that it's rich and dark and yummy. Now, the bottom half, of course, is going to be perfect. The top half isn't, but as you switch that over at half-time and steam for the second half-time, the other way round, you see, simply take it out. I can do it for you if you like. You see, take it, there's the perfect half, and then you make that one perfect by banging it in the other way. You can do it from the start, or you can do it later, whichever you like. Now, Sarah will take that, and we shall steam it later. But she's coming over here with me for the one that is ready as it would be on Christmas Day. That is to say, it's had 10 hours steaming. So I'd say I can manage. 10 hours steaming, standing on another cake ring here. Then it's been left for several days to make my point, and then steam for 4 hours as you will steam it on the day. Now you start to unwrap. So we lose all that little lot, and here comes the pudding. There are the butter papers that I put on the other one. I see there's one there that's come off some butter, so we don't want you to see any labels. That would be a shame and a disgrace. I pull the dish towards me, fold this well down here. Oh, it's hot. And it's over. And none of that business of prodding it out of a pudding basin. And look at the colour of it. And look at the richness. Ooh. And if there's a little bit of cheat in the kitchen and you've got clean hands, you're not absolutely satisfied with the shape, we'll do a bit of that. Now, the holly. This is in an old spud, because I found out that if you shove a piece, you see it somewhere, you're out for a drive or something, you don't have a garden, and you see a lovely piece in somebody's, your side of the hedge, or by the side of the road, take it home, shove it in a spud, and it will last up to 3 weeks, and you know it's probably going to be another wildly expensive item this Christmas. Now, may I repeat, in case I haven't made my point strongly enough, everything that I've spoken of, every single thing, is written down for you in the booklet. The times of the steaming, every single ingredient, how you make it in an ordinary pudding basin, and how you do it this way. I want to introduce you to my brandy butter. This is an ordinary little glass coupe that I've got to use for grapefruit or something like that. This is brandy butter coloured pale green, the recipe's in the booklet, studded with little tiny economical scraps of angelica, glassy cherries, little bits of nut, and it's got a cellophane bow there. Now, when you make it, you can get this right out of the way, again, 3 weeks before Christmas. Because you then take another piece, which I couldn't put on or you wouldn't have seen the brandy butter at all, tent it over and pull it in by the bow, and then put it in your fridge. Put it on the table, tented, and then just cut through and open it out so it looks rather like a flower when you present it on Christmas night. And it looks lovely, and it tastes gorgeous. It's my favourite recipe. Everything's my favourite this year because I feel that if they've been a success and they've been my friends' and family's favourites, they'll be all right with you. And therefore, high on my priorities is my mum's trifle.